Right, welcome to the Kickback. It's Richie McCormack here along with Brian Kerr, and we've just seen Sunderland hold on for a 1-1 draw with Aston Villa at the Stadium of Light, a game which Sunderland played the guts of with 10 men following Ranillo sending off 11 minutes before half-time for his kick into the nether regions of Matty Cash. And it was Cash who gave Villa the lead on 67 minutes, a lead that they'd hold on to for only 9 after Wilson Isidore levelled after a lovely cushioned header from Granit Xhaka inside the Villa penalty area. But Brian, I think the consensus was after that it was a game that will be quickly forgotten in the collective memory.
Well, if it was on again next week, I wouldn't be rushing to buy a ticket, Richie. I'd say it wasn't a great game. I think from a Sunderland point of view, it was a very satisfactory performance and result to get a point when they were down to 10 men for so long in the game, even though it was a home match and they'd won the first 2 home games fairly convincingly. But from an Aston Villa point of view, it was a continuation of their poor start to the season, I'd say. We've got 3 points now in 5 games, 2-0 all draws and a 1-all draw against 10 men. And not at all what they would have liked. I suppose there's one bit of it, you said, well, we've only lost 2 games. So if you're looking at some straws, you're saying, well, we've only lost 2 games, but it wasn't a good performance.
Having watched them up close now, what's missing?
I think there's a lack of vibrancy and energy around the team. If you look at the team, it's kind of like the team of 2 years ago, not even last season. Last season did a bit more about them when Tielemans come into the team and Onana come into the team. But you look, Buenda is back in the side now. Ollie Watkins is still there. But he had the competition with Duran when Duran was there in the early part of last season. Then Duran went. Both of them had been playing well. I think they need to get Harvey Elliott into the team to liven it up for him. They're obviously just kind of bringing him along since he arrived from Liverpool. Sancho will give them something. They need Tielemans back fit. Unfortunately and sadly, I think John McGinn looks like I wouldn't say he's done, but he's done playing in that position as one of the holding players in the middle of the field with Kamara. Both of them looked one-paced and not quick enough getting around the pitch. Watkins wasn't aggressive enough, I'd say. Morgan Rogers didn't seem to be at it at all, where he had such a good season last season, got into the English team. So I'm not sure what it is.
Do you think his head could have been turned? Because we were talking about there down outside about how there was obviously interest in Liverpool, and there's talk that still they might be in for him come January or come next summer.
Well, they won't be on the basis of how he's played today.
He was really bad today.
He was poor. He was poor. But they like Villa's game was always a kind of a high energy game, and the full-backs getting forward and them being on top. But there was no part of the team today you would have said looked well and looked like they were at it. But
well, if you have a team that's low on energy and you have a team that's low on kind of confidence, how do you go about building that or regenerating the team with that, bar saying the old Troy McClure thing of get confidence, stupid?
Yeah.
Like you can't just
you can't get confidence unless you're getting results. The results come, confidence comes with results and achievement. And they'd be looking at this going 3 points in 5 games. They hadn't got the most difficult set of fixtures so far, and you've 3 points. You'd be going, we're not playing well. They need to scrap out and get a result or 2. And today was the opportunity for it. That's what I said before the game. I fancied them to pull something out, but they didn't today. And it's worrying for them. But I don't know how far away Tielemans is from playing. But I think he's a key player in terms of linking the play together, making things happen, being creative, but also has a goal in them as well. But they definitely need the injection of a few players from the team that's played today. Prior
to their sending off, and I guess then even afterwards too, Sunderland really kept their shape. There was a real conversely about a team that had a man sent off and were lucky not to have Trey Hume possibly red carded as well. There was a real discipline in how they set about the game today.
Oh yeah, they played well. They played the team with, they get an energy from the supporters. Obviously it's such a big deal for them to be back in the unexpectedly, I'd say, the good start last season. The first 15 games I think they were going very well, and then they drifted off and it looked like they lost a chance, and they end up getting through in the playoffs, beat Sheffield United in the final. But they've totally revamped the team, and there's a risk in that. You're signing players, you don't know whether they're going to be good enough for the Premier League, even though they may be established international players. But there's so many new faces coming in together, And it's worked for them so far. I mean, that's a decent start, 8 points from 5 games. You know, you look at all 3 teams that have come up this year, they're expected to go back down, but they've all got a few points. Leeds have got a few points. Burnley have got, I think 4. I think Burnley have 4. Leeds maybe a 5. But they're doing the best of them with 8 points. So they've given themselves an early chance to get confidence, good structure about them, highly enthusiastic, which is what you'd expect. But also clever when they were under pressure, when they're down to 10 men. They dealt with it well, used the set piece as well, always caused trouble, and then found a way to get a goal when they only had 10 as well, and took the goal very well.
Yeah, they did through Wilson Isidore. And with Nordy Mukiele, we've seen the long throws becoming a weapon for them as well. Do you ever think we'd live long enough to see?
You see it back. Yeah. I was always surprised it went away, right, to be honest. I mean, was I a long throw merchant as a manager? Well, I, if you had someone that could do it well, I certainly didn't mind seeing it happen. And I didn't like opposition. I mean, we've had the League of Ireland and Galway and Cork when John Coffey managed them. They were always that team. But you see more teams now looking for it. I don't see why not. Why shouldn't use, particularly teams that might be a bit short in technical ability compared to the opposition. You saw how badly shook Aston Villa were most times the big throw-in came into the box today. They never looked comfortable under it. They didn't deal with it comfortably. Sunderland were quite happy to win throw-ins up in that final third down the left-hand side. Talby was winning them for him. He was often the one over there, but they looked, they knew that they were going to get chances off it. So, but it's become a favourite around the league, it has to be said, even at the highest level of the Premier League football and the English game and European football. I'm not sure it's going to catch on in South America. We'll have to wait and see.
What's old is new again. Brian Kerr, thanks a million for that. That's the kickback.